Lanes, it's BPA, King of Bowling.
Nine Sports presents BPA, King of Bowling. Brought to you by Hudepohl, the pride of the Cincinnati brewing tradition. And Hudy Delight, the beer drinker's light beer by Hudepohl. And now, here's Jack Moran.
Thank you and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome once again to BPA King of Bowling. Today, as we mentioned, Del Fair Lanes, and next week, well, we're going to be at Madison Bowl. This is our 7th week of the current season on King of Bowling. And you know, it's amazing. In the 6 weeks that have gone by, we've had at least one brand spanking new face on camera for you viewing audience at home. But I think this week we have outdone ourselves because in qualifying we have 3 brand spanking new bowlers. That's right, in addition to our king. Now, we had a deadlock for first place with a total of 713. They had to flip a coin to see which gentleman would have the number 1 position. Dave McCann won the flip with Jay Flick. So let's give Dave a big round of applause. And that's 713 who came out second best in that flip of the coin. Let's make him feel at home. Jay Flick, ladies and gentlemen. Bowler number 3 with a 692, a big strapping young man, Bill Brisbin Jr. And of course, bowler number 4, our current king, Mr. Power himself, Lefty John Gant. Makes no difference where he hits them, they're bound to go down. As usual, flanked on my left, Slammin' Sammy Coleman, and our guest commentator today, one of the real fine gentlemen, bowlers, and a member of the Greater Cincinnati Bowling Hall of Fame. Let's make him feel at home, Motz Defelice. Motz, good to have you aboard. All righty, match number 1. It'll be Bill and Jay, and the balls will start rolling right after this word about the beer that brings you bowling. You know what I'm talking about. Let's hear it out there. What is it? You're so right. Okay, gentlemen, here we go. Motz and Sam. Lanes 9 and 10, Del Fair Lanes. Here's Bill Brisbin Jr., who bends him around the corner. He's underway. Comes over on the other side. Will he kick that 5 out of there? No. Motz, I noticed you were down there talking to young Bill. He was fishing in practice, trying to find the spot where that bender he rolls.
Yeah, he didn't figure which ball he wanted to use. I think he's going to start with the rubber ball. He said he feels he's got a little confidence with that ball.
He's a big, powerful lad, isn't he?
He's strong.
All righty, so the young man is on the board. As I mentioned on our opening, Sam, your memory is very good. It always was. I cannot recall having 3 new faces at the same time on the program.
No, we haven't, Jack. No, this is the first time. Charlie Goofus says he's the first for everything, he says.
That is Jay Flick. He's got quite a group in back of him, cheering him on. In fact, right in back of us. And we're liable to be drowned out several times here today, Motz and Sam.
That's what we look for. We look for rooters to
I love to hear it, though.
cause these boys to throw more strikes.
It does help a lot, I'll tell you. This pair is inside, Jack, for right-handers especially. We bowled a match game on this pair and a lot of charity matches, and it's definitely inside.
Zola sees Jay's 2 for 2. Little snug. In fact, it was right here that I bowled a match game. Motz remembers that years ago in Hoyt's Mystery Bowler.
Right.
And I took Waite's Mystery Bowler for $50.
You did?
Mm-hmm. Oh, buddy Wade Hoyt. He said he was going to have a mystery bowler.
Turn it.
Okay.
All righty.
Well, they had the Tulip Classic here last week, and Chuck Smith went it was 723. He started in the junior program. He's standing right here to the left of me. Wins $600 and a big trophy.
Yeah, Charlie was telling me about that. Here's young Bill Brisbin. He's still Motz coming over on the other side.
Awful strong with the ball.
You know, we talk about John Gant, so powerful with his delivery. This young man throws the ball almost as hard from the other side.
I guess you'd call that youth, wouldn't you?
Sure is. You see the arms on this kid. It's youth.
Age 19. He's a product of the youngsters, isn't he?
That's true.
And he's all right there for him.
Motz, you've been around these lanes, Sam too, for so many years, and you've seen so many new faces coming up, and the youngsters today that are coming up. You can see where that learning in that Youth Bowling Association has really helped these boys.
Definitely. And I'll tell you, they really turn them today.
Don't they, though? Oh.
He finally gave it some room and then got tapped on the 10th pin. That's a super ball there.
Well, in the state tournament last week, Bill Peters from Dayton won $1,500. Our Ted Cooley finished 4th, got $500, and Tim Weisbrook finished 5th for $500.
He shot that 10 pin like he knew what he was doing, Motz.
Hey, we worked on that earlier this morning.
Here's Jay Flick. All three bowlers today, Bill, Jay, and Dave McCann, are new to our television audience. And, of course, we have John Jack the King.
Come on. Reach out there.
So a nice soft ball.
He does.
It'll carry well. There's a better chance to carry with that speed than Bill Brisbin does with his speed, unless he's really packing the pocket.
You know, it reminds, I said to Jay when he was practicing, when you look at him from the rear, whom does he remind you of? Dave Callery.
Yes.
Doesn't he?
Yes.
You're not kidding either.
About the same build. He pulled that one. Ah, there is a difficult setup.
That's a toughie there.
Much to bring this back, and Sam, you need the grace of God, do you not?
Well, you got to have a good shot. It's made, you make it a lot, and you miss it a lot. It's just a matter of that ball being placed perfectly. Two ways to do it, inside, outside, but inside, if you can sneak in between that 3-pin, like he's doing here, and then catch the 9, like
he
got it.
Beautiful. 3, 9, 10.
That was a fantastic shot.
That's the way the picture.
Ball usually has to carry them off.
Well, the junior traveling leagues today are over at Kingpin for the boys, and the girls are at Stumps. And next week we're at Madison Bowl, where we're having the qualifier today, this afternoon. They still got openings there today. If you want to go over at Madison Bowl and qualify.
Bill's up at the line. He's tippy-toeing at the foul line. He's got to get down on his game, get that knee bent so he can reach out and get that ball to slide a little longer and then hook on the end. He's so strong that he could throw the ball and hook it from any position at the foul line.
Look out, look out.
That's what you can't do.
You can feel that coming. He has too much hook, Motz.
Well, if you play it in a proper spot in the lane, you know, never got too much. I imagine when you see people like Gant and some of these younger boys throwing the ball, it's just a matter of making sure that you put it where it belongs, and that's out pretty far. But it came back, but still he's got a bad lead.
You know, you hate to make predictions on bowlers, but watching all four warm up prior to the match, and Motz will verify that, I said, Motz, if you can go down there and help Bill, I wish you would, because he's having trouble.
Awful strong. Good shot. Good attempt.
All right, come on, Jay. Get out,
Yeah, if you can once find that spot and keep that same speed.
Right.
But, oh, that takes a lot of mastery of the lanes to keep that ball over the same spot time after time, the same
Great concentration,
speed.
Jack.
Very. Jay Flick. He's coming on strong.
He likes that line, doesn't he?
Well, he loves it over there. As I mentioned at the outset, I'm flanked by two great bowlers, Hall of Famers, Motz to my right, Sam to my left. And Sam, I notice you're also up for another, in nomination for another Hall of Fame, the
Hamilton County
Hall of Fame, and I want to see you in there this year. So
certainly,
I'm going to get all those people out to vote for you.
I hope so.
You definitely deserve it to be in there.
Thank you very much.
that might be one.
Oh, look at that.
Well, he got that ball out on the lane. The time before that here, he kind of laid it down and it ran. So he might be tuned in right now.
Jay's got all these ritters here.
He sure is.
Today's the last day for Bull Down Cancer, and they got the finals here for the ladies at Del Fair here on the 27th, 20th of March. Look at that.
Well,
there's the ball.
Never say die,
No.
Bill says.
The men's over at Strikes and Spares for the finals, and the kids will be at Willamette for the finals on March the 27th and 28th, and the program is really doing good this week. Mark Plunkett says it's doing super.
That's great. Great cause.
To see if Bill can make his first double.
Close.
Oh, hey, he's coming on now. He definitely
He's running him out for it, Jack.
As Motz would say, welcome home.
Welcome home, right.
He had gone 5 frames without an X.
Nothing like youth. Youth will be served.
He's so strong. He just, he muscles the ball, and if you don't have the area for that ball to be traveling, you're going to be all over the place. That ball's outside with it too far.
All right.
And 6 on a double.
It's got more than one.
And that isn't an easy spare
No,
to
it
bring
isn't.
back the 1, 2, 4, 8.
Yeah, right at the present moment, Jay's leading by 32 in the fifth, 106-74. And Bill Brisbin Jr.'s on a double, so it could be getting very interesting.
Here, this particular shot, if the oil's set up a little heavy, the ball might not turn over from the left side. And also on the right side, where the ball then hooked to go through and catch all 4 pins.
Jay, rather Bill gets a couple of more here, Sam. He's back in this ball game.
One more and it's practically even.
Yeah. We'll see if Junior is up to throwing a couple more strikes. Sometimes when you need it, they're not that easy to get. Becomes white knuckle time. Squeeze that ball. It's close.
Oh, double pinochle, big 4, dead post, whatever you want to call it. But it's a pain in the neck, isn't it?
Oh, this is the most disgusting thing for a bowler when he looks down and sees that.
Boy, and he was going so beautifully through 6.
Those opens, Jack, can't give those pins away, though.
Yeah, that don't help things at all.
Oh,
Well, if Bill gets one here, he'd take the lead.
Most of these games are won by spares and pins, so you can't give any one of them away.
going away.
Well, it's practically
Well,
even anyway.
This is really going to be a nice little ball game before it's over.
I'm not going to say it, but I always hated to shoot at this spare.
Yeah, you could do a lot of things with this. Again, where you were talking about where the oil is, and is the ball going to slide or hook?
Ah, he was smart.
He didn't worry about it.
He covered it with the ball. Here comes that big ninth frame, fellas. And it's anybody's match as we go into this night.
Sure is.
You know, it's amazing. We come to Delfair, and every time we come here, they're in here like sardines. They love that bowling.
Popular place, Jack, for years here.
There it is, Jack. 140, 140.
I see what you're talking about. Even and Steven are here.
They're back again.
Nip and tuck.
Nip and tuck, yeah. Well, Bill Brisban's coach is here. Diane Cushman's here. Tommy Gray from Lozanoville's here.
That was a double dribble, Motz.
This will divide the boys right here.
Right now.
This is the old equalizer frame.
But you see what those two pins would mean to Jay right now? If he had not gone and made a field goal out of that.
Right.
The 2 pins going to be fatal, I think.
He was flirting with a disaster on that one also.
See, fortunately, he throws a slower ball, and his pin action is late. And he gets some kickoffs where the fast bowler, as such as Junior is, pins are gone. They're in the air.
There's a good shot of Jay Flick delivering.
If you notice, he kind of tops the ball a little bit at the finish. He probably hits the ball properly at the bottom, but when he comes through the extension, he rolls his hand on top. Now, what position is it? The release is hard to tell. It's too quick.
Motz, we got one right now. It will not be decided.
No.
This first ball could be a big,
oh boy,
a big telltale.
What a strike would mean here.
Jay needs one. Bill sitting back saying, I need one likewise.
Sure.
Who's the advantage? Well, he went over on the other side, but he'll take it over there.
That was a full
good
pull.
when it hit the lane, you know. It just was not a good ball when it hit the lane, but you never know.
He knew it, and while that ball was en route, he was probably saying, oh, please go over that solid 1-2 side. There's Charlie Golfa sitting right there, the general manager here at Delfair.
This is still a important shot here, too.
If he doubles up, he really puts the pressure on Bill.
But if he gets a 6-pin count with 2... 6-pin count with 2 on each side wouldn't have done him much good either, because Bill could have shoot a 9 and a strike and still beat him.
Right.
He makes Bill get a strike now.
Yes,
he makes a spare.
It's the ball game now.
Or if Bill spares and then strikes. 1-8-0. Now, Bill. The pressure is on this 19-year-old youngster.
Here's a time for a real power ball.
You see how deep inside he is. Look where he's standing.
He's up against the rack. Close. Up, a little high.
Well, let's put it this way. That's all she wrote.
Yeah, it's all over.
You can lose by a couple of sticks. Now he's going to switch to another ball, shoot the spare. You're going to hear a lot about this boy in time to come, Sam and Motz.
Well, he could bowl many games without tiring out. I'm sure of that.
Gee, he sure resembles Dave Keller. Sitting down there, doesn't he? That's Dave.
He sure does.
Jay Flick. Is it 1-7-8 for young Bill? That's what it is, and he loses by 2 with a 1-8-0. Jay Flick. It'll be Jay and lefty Dave McCann when we return.